Hello class, welcome back to your online class. So class 6, today we will continue with chapter from chemistry. Okay. So in our previous class we were discussing chapter 3 from chemistry, that is separation technique. We have already discussed what is separation technique. What do you mean by separation, right? Whenever you are removing any undesirable substance from a desirable mixture, then you refer to it as a separation. Like I told you, there are different separation technique, right? Among them, in class 6 we will be discussing only this 6 techniques: sieving, sedimentation, decantation, filtration, evaporation, magnetic separation. Now among these 6 also we have already discussed these 3, that is sieving, sedimentation and decantation. So let's carry on with filtration. Okay, now filtration, it's a separation technique applied in a solid liquid mixture. Okay, solid liquid mixture, and here solid is not completely soluble. It's not soluble in liquid. Okay, so we have to separate out this insoluble substance from a liquid. That method is known as filtration. Okay, filtration, it's this technique we apply in solid liquid mixture, and solid here is insoluble in liquid. That's why we are trying to separate out the solid from the liquid portion. Okay, now let's take one example of an experiment. Okay, for that what do you need? You need one beaker. Okay, then what are the other materials required? You need sand and water mixture, sand and water mixture, sand solid particle, water a liquid, and sand is not soluble in water. Okay, so we will take a sand and water mixture. Okay, and then put it in a beaker. We will put the muddy mixture, because how would the appearance of this two mixture look? Muddy. Okay, then what will we do is, we will take another container, or let's say we will take another flask, round bottom flask or conical flask. We will take flask, and then we will take funnel, okay, and then either we will place a filter paper on this funnel, we will either place a filter paper in this funnel or muslin clothes. This filter paper or muslin clothes are semi-permeable, that means it allows certain thing to enter. Okay, and then we will pour this solution into this through this funnel. When we pour the solution through the funnel, what can we observe is the mud will remain back in that filter paper or muslin cloth, and we will get the clear water in this particular flask. We will get the clear water in this particular flask. So this is filtration. Okay, so the filtration process that I had discussed a bit earlier. Okay, let's discuss that same with the proper diagram here. Okay, proper figure here. So here you have an experimental setup. In experimental setup, what all do you have? You have a tripod stand, you have funnel, you have a beaker. Okay, and a beaker which contains the mixture of sand and water, just like I told you previously. Okay, so you will keep the funnel in a tripod stand, and inside that funnel you will place a filter paper. I hope you all have seen a filter paper, right? So you will place a filter paper here. Say filter paper, they are semi-permeable, they allow certain things to enter. So here, with the help of glass rod, whatever the mixture you are pouring, you will simply stir it so that you can let water enter. Okay, so after a while what will you find is, in a filter paper the sand will be there in the filter paper, whereas in a beaker you will get a clear water. So here you can see how you are separating the unwanted sand from a mixture of sand and water. Okay, so this process is referred to as filtration. You use this method in your day-to-day life also, like if you have seen a simple filter which doesn't work on electricity or does not have like reverse osmosis RO system and all, the simple filter that you have at your home, you will be able to see that in one of the container there is a bed of small pebbles, sand, charcoal placed all together layer by layer. Okay, and the water is passed on through those layers also. So that's also filtering unit. Okay, through that layer the unwanted particles which are of a larger pore size than that of the bed that bed has been made, you will be left behind. Okay, thus giving you the clear water. Okay, so you observe the filter. If you have a simple filter at your home, you observe the setup of that filtering unit. Okay, now next method is evaporation. We all know what is evaporation, right? When a liquid changes into vapor, this method is referred to as evaporation. So through evaporation method also you will be able to separate out unwanted materials. Okay, so let's go through one of the experiment which will show how evaporation is able to separate out the insoluble substance or soluble substance from a solution. Separation technique that we are discussing is evaporation. Like I told you, evaporation it's a method in which the liquid is converted into vapor. So you can see the experimental setup here. You have tripod stand, you have your container which consists of sand bath, and then you have a china dish which consists of solution of salt. Okay, salt and water solution. From here you are trying to obtain salt from that salt solution. Okay, only pure salt from a salt solution. Okay, and you have a wire gauge so that this particular container which consists of a sand doesn't get heated directly and the heat is uniformly distributed. For that you have that wire gauge. Okay, what will you do? You light up the heat, and then what will happen when you supply a heat, this particular sand will be heated up and the water in this particular container, salt solution in that particular container, when supplied with the heat, the liquid obviously will get converted into vapor. Okay, and will be released in the atmosphere. So after keeping this setup for a while, later on you will be left with only salt residue on this container. Okay, in this container you will be left with only salt residue. So you are getting the pure salt out of a salt solution. So through this evaporation is also a separation technique. For we can see how we are obtaining a salt from a salt solution following this particular method. Okay. Magnetic separation. The name itself tells you that it has a role. What has a role? Magnet has a role to play. Okay, you all have seen magnet. What is magnet? Magnet is a substance which attracts magnetic materials. Okay, what are magnetic materials? Materials which are made up of iron, nickel or cobalt is attracted by magnet. Now how do we separate out unwanted materials with the help of a magnet? Okay, we will go through one more experiment we will be discussing. So another method is a magnetic separation. So here we can see we will discuss one simple experiment. Okay, so you have a sulfur and iron mixture, and like I told you, iron is attracted by a magnet. So if you bring a magnet nearby those mixture, what will happen? All the iron filings will be attracted by the magnetic bar. and you will be left behind with only sulfur. So this is also one of the separation techniques. Sometimes if like food particles, food items in what we call food processing industry or hotel industries is contaminated with iron fillings, this is how they separate out the iron fillings from food items. Okay. So that's all about this chapter, that is separation technique. We discussed 6 separation techniques. Okay, basically you just go through the definition and you should be able to at least cite one experiment related to this particular separation technique or the area where this particular separation technique is useful. Okay, so next I will be following it up with the question and answer from this particular chapter. So here we are done with chemistry. Okay, for this session we had 3 chapters, and within matter this particular chapter was also included. So we had skipped it earlier, so we are done with this particular chapter 2. Okay, so next I will follow it with the question and answer from this chapter. Better go through this 6 separation technique, and if you have any problem you can always contact. Thank you.